It is with a heavy heart and a profound sense of concern that I stand before you today to discuss the recent developments concerning the Trilateral Summit between the United States, Japan, and South Korea at Camp David. While these nations may herald this gathering as a new era of cooperation, a closer examination reveals a much more unsettling reality. In an environment characterized by an increasingly multipolar world, the Camp David security deal seems to reflect a Cold War mentality that pits one bloc against another. This summit, masquerading as an attempt to promote peace and security, may inadvertently foster division and confrontation. Let's not be naive. Let's analyze the situation as it is. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you're new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. Now let's begin. The United States, South Korea, and Japan have decided to deepen military cooperation and economic ties, targeting what they vaguely refer to as dangerous and aggressive behavior in the South China Sea. The question then arises, are we as global citizens moving forward or taking steps backward? In a world craving peace, stability, and collaboration, should we celebrate alliances that threaten to exacerbate tensions and create further divisions? Let me pose a question to you. Does this alliance genuinely seek harmony in the Indo-Pacific region, or is it a manifestation of political posturing aimed at isolating certain powers and drawing lines in the sand? The answer, unfortunately, appears to lean toward the latter. The language used by the leaders at Camp David betrays a troubling approach, one that goes beyond mere cooperation and into the realm of exclusion. The condemnation of unilateral attempts to change the status quo, while perhaps valid in some contexts, seems more of a veil to obscure underlying ambitions. Japan's role in this agreement, in particular, cannot go unnoticed. A nation with a history of military aggression in the region, now asserting itself in a security pact, ought to be viewed with caution. The ghosts of the past still linger, and Japan's willingness to jump into a military agreement, especially considering its unresolved issues with neighboring countries, sets a dangerous precedent. South Korea, too, plays a precarious game. While attempting to balance relations with major powers, it risks losing sight of the delicate equilibrium that ensures peace on the Korean peninsula. The security pact seems to favor strong alignment over nuanced diplomacy, a choice that could have profound implications for regional stability. As for the United States, the initiator and host of this summit, the very choice of Camp David, placed synonymous with big deals and historic agreements, sends a message that cannot be ignored. But what kind of message is it? A call for peace or a statement of power meant to challenge and confront rather than cooperate? If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. It's important to scrutinize the broader context and implications of this trilateral agreement. The Camp David security deal represents a worrying shift in the geopolitical landscape, one that threatens to undermine the principles of mutual respect, dialogue, and peaceful coexistence. Consider Japan's recent move. How can we reconcile its commitment to this military alliance with its unresolved historical issues, including wartime atrocities and territorial disputes with neighboring countries? The memory of Japan's military occupation and the scars left by its actions in the past century are not easily forgotten. A sincere pursuit of peace requires addressing these lingering wounds, not glossing over them with superficial diplomacy. And what of South Korea, a nation that shares borders and deep cultural ties with North Korea, yet it appears to be drawn into an alliance that seems more focused on confrontation than reconciliation? Shouldn't South Korea prioritize dialogue and engagement with its northern neighbor? The Camp David agreement, rather than fostering peace in the Korean peninsula, may end up hardening lines and complicating efforts to denuclearize the region. Let's not forget the role of the United States in this complex equation. Its leadership in convening this summit may seem like a laudable endeavor to foster unity among allies. So we must ask ourselves, unity against what? Or more precisely, against whom, despite assertions to the contrary, It's hard to ignore the shadows of China and North Korea looming over this agreement. The term breathtaking diplomacy was used to describe the orchestration of this summit, but breathtaking in what sense? Breathtaking in its audacity to disregard the sensitivities of a complex region, or breathtaking in its potential to unravel the delicate fabric of peace that has been so carefully woven over the past decades. Ladies and gentlemen, the Camp David security deal is not just a benign gathering of allies. It's a calculated move, a chess game in a region that's already fraught with tension. It's a strategy that may satisfy immediate political gains but risks long-term stability. What is required now is not a retreat into blocks and alliances that draw lines of confrontation, but an earnest effort to build bridges, engage in honest dialogue, and foster mutual understanding. We must resist the temptation to revert to the games of the past, where spheres of influence were carved and power was flexed. It's high time to recognize that our world is interdependent and the challenges we face cannot be resolved by isolating one another or building walls of mistrust. The pursuit of security should not lead to insecurity for others. The pursuit of prosperity should not lead to the impoverishment of our neighbors. Let us be clear-eyed and vigilant. Let's not be swayed by grand gestures and eloquent speeches that mask underlying tensions and ambitions. Let's strive for a world where cooperation, empathy, and respect for international law guide our actions. Our shared future depends on it. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this video showing on your screen right now, and I will see you on the other side.